Well, seeing it's coming up Christmas, we decided to come up with a list of Christmas ideas for people in RVs and caravans, etc. So we hope that this will make it a little bit easier for you to decide on getting something, and it's only just a list of suggestions. So, kicking it off, because it's coming up summertime and nothing worse than being in your caravan having a meal or out in the barbecue and you get all the mozzies and flies. So these things make quite a good gift, and they work quite well. We've used them. We've actually got a couple of these and we've used them and they've been quite successful. So they work just off I think a AA battery or something inside. Just have a look here. 2 AA batteries, and all they do is, these are paper by the way, so I don't know whether that shows up or not, but it you can put your hand in there, it's not going to hurt. And so there you go, that's one item, the shoe away. Is that right? I'm getting instructions from the camera lady. Then the arms are plastic, I've been told to tell you. I thought they were paper, but they're plastic. Okay, so there you go. So that's one, the shoe away. Another useful product for in your caravan or RV is storing bits and pieces, and especially after you use them. Having containers that collapse and having these collapsible containers, actually very good idea. And so I'm going to see if I can work one of these. Nicola normally does all the stacking of food and so on, so this is going to be green, so I'm going to give it a try and see how good I do. So you put all your product in there, put the lid on, and the lid just clips in, and you can collapse them down to whatever size you want. I believe, here we go. So down they go to whatever size you want until you got nothing. So collapsible containers is a good idea. Okay, a tool that I've found very useful, and we have used it on our trip to the South Island, is the Ryobi digital 18 volt +1 inflator. Now this inflator has, it's noisy, but it has a digital readout which will tell you exactly what PSI and bar rating you're using on your tyres. And not only that, it has all the fittings for like balls, all sorts of things. Yeah, all sorts of, we've even got air shocks in the back of the car, so it's got all the attachments in the back. So it's very handy, and just saves you pulling into a garage. So, I'm going to put it down because it's noisy and I keep hitting the button. Okay, so I'd better check on my list here, the shoe away. Oh yes, we did that. Another useful item is a tracker. Now especially if you go away in your RV or caravan, you decide to go for a hike somewhere and you leave your vehicle parked up somewhere, if it does go missing, a GPS tracker is a brilliant idea. We actually use a company in New Zealand which is called, from memory, U-Track, that's right. I'm getting a cue from the back here. U-Track, and they have a whole range of GPS trackers. In fact, if you look back in some of our previous videos, you would have seen me doing a rundown on one of these. Very good. And the thing I like about them is dealing with someone in New Zealand, and also having no monitoring fees is a big plus. And we've found them, I think we've got about four of them now. We put them on our vehicles, on our caravans, etc. And you can have them portable like this from vehicle to vehicle, or otherwise you can actually have them hot wired into 12 volts. And also they have their own SIM card and everything in them when they arrive. So there you go, a GPS tracker. If we talk about safety, perhaps another good gift for people with caravans and RVs, because you're cooking all the time, is the trusty old fire blanket. Of course, another thing that can go with this is a fire extinguisher. But the fire blanket's really good because you can just smother the fire, and you know, you're in a very small area, so that could be very useful. Now, fire blanket. Also, while we're talking about fires, there's also the small smoke alarms you can put in your RV or caravan, so they don't look like the house ones, the big ones, just a nice small one, and it just gives you that extra amount of protection. And this one here takes the CR batteries, and they last about 4 or 5 years on these. So and it's got an 85 decibel alarm in it, which is more than enough if you're in a caravan or an RV. Right, so that's it. Other things we've got on our list now. Just going to go through my list here. Oh yes, there is another device that we have. We don't use it all the time, but if you've got things like bikes near your RV or caravan, there isn't a product you can get which is an alarm wire. Now it comes as a wire and it attaches into a little box, so if anyone tries to cut the wire or do anything with it, the box is going to sound one hell of a loud alarm. And I did cover that in one of the previous videos, so if you have a look there, you'll see about the alarm wire. It comes in all lengths from about 2 meters up to about nearly 5 meters. I think there's even a 10-meter one now. So that's really handy to have if you leave bicycles outside. Another thing I've been installing lately is cabinet lights. You know, when you go into your drawers, cabinets and things like that and they're quite dark, these LED lights, pretty good. They're only a 3.7 volt light, but they the ones we've got can be recharged, and I have USB port in the caravan and got them in the camper as well, and you can charge these anytime you like, and you can have them on, you can have them off where you're ready to use them, so not always going, but you can have them on auto and they're bright. Whew, very bright. And of course you can take this away as a torch as well. If you got one by the door, when you come in it lights up, and also you can take it off the door, go in, if you're going up to the convenience blocks or whatever to have a shower, you can take this with you. So quite a handy little light, these things. So we've got, I think we've got about three of these in our caravan at the moment. Right, other things, is one that's quite popular and you probably see them around everywhere, and I have a collection and my wife goes nuts. But tea towels to do with caravans and camping and whatever. There is an abundance of these things, and you can find them at most RV places. There you go, there's one on for RVs as well, and so I've got a whole stack of different ones here. So they make excellent gifts for people, and I believe you can never have enough of them. My wife might say something else. I've got a thing about these and cushions, and she's rolling her eyes right now. So there you go. Now another thing you can also do in the gifts is something personalised, something that, yeah, for instance, most common ones that people have been doing is the old mugs, and we've got several of these which probably need replacing now. But you can have your picture of your car and caravan or your motorhome or whatever on your mugs. Nice. You can put stuff in there as well, put them as a Christmas present. You know, you put a little bit of sunblock in there or some sweets. Quite a good idea, not too expensive. Talking talking about personalised items, this is something that's come up recently, and we got this for our campsite because now we've got Pearl, is a mat, personalised mat, which has welcome to the Williams campsite, protected by Pearl, and there's Pearl in the middle. So there you go, quite a good rubber mat, and we've used it in all sorts of weather and it's still performing quite well. So a personalised mat. Now before that, as far as personalised items go, I decided to get a jigsaw puzzle done on the Nash, and there it is there, and you can have your camper van done in a personalised jigsaw puzzle. And this particular one, it's all boxed up, very professional looking. It's 1,000 pieces, and it's done through Venus Puzzle. That's Venus, VENUS Puzzle, and you can get those done. There's a lot of companies that do them, and we've even had one done of the car and caravan, the same as what was on the mug, and it comes in a lovely tin box with the picture on the cover. And it's also 1,000-piece jigsaw. But you don't have to have 1,000 piece, you can have 500, I think you can go as low as about 250. These companies will do any size that you want basically as a gift, so that's quite a great gift idea. And also, if you don't want to do the jigsaw puzzle later, you can always take the pieces out and use it as a biscuit tin or something like that. So yeah, there's a few ideas. I hope that helps for Christmas. So yeah, have a good Christmas, Happy New Year, and safe travels. Bye. Over and out. See how that goes.